There is a pause between heartbeats, long enough to notice the space you usually skip. In that gap, no story arrives, no lesson, no name. You sit inside a gentle emptiness that does not demand belief, apology, or clarity. Only quiet breathing in the dark, while shadows lean softly against walls and listen without curiosity. They remain still like water that forgot its movement and simply waits beside you tonight. Nothing needs repair in this quiet hour. The room keeps its slow breathing, the floor its calm weight. Your body rests where it landed, not perfect, not broken, just present. Even the smallest sounds drift and fade. Never trying to explain what they mean, they pass like distant lights across water at midnight, leaving gentle ripples that disappear without leaving marks behind, and you do not chase them in silence. In the hush, your hurt sits somewhere nearby, not loud, not pleading. It simply occupies space, like an old chair pushed against a wall. You do not have to look at it, name it, or touch it. Presence alone is enough to keep the room steady. The night accepts every hidden corner without judgment or inspection, and rests its quiet hand on nothing and everything at once beside you gently. Somewhere outside, a distant sound passes, but it does not intrude. It moves across the world and leaves you untouched. Here, silence gathers like a soft blanket that never tightens, never warms too much, never asks to be held. You simply lie beneath it, breathing slowly with no story. Your thoughts wander to the edge and return lighter than before, resting at your side without speaking in this long pause. A quiet presence arrives without footsteps, like light entering a window before dawn. It does not announce itself or ask for attention. You sense it only as deeper stillness, a shared breath that settles beside you without direction. There is no message carried in this closeness. Just two silences resting together while the night breathes slowly around you, neither speaking nor searching, nor expecting anything in this quiet meeting now. Jesus sits like silence that has learned to wait, not above you, not ahead, not guiding, simply nearby, present the way a shadow belongs to a tree at dusk. His presence does not shift the air, yet the room feels wider, as if space remembered how to breathe again. You notice him only as stillness, sitting with your own stillness, sharing the same slow passing time, without saying anything tonight. No words travel between you. The quiet itself becomes the language. Hurt remains where it rests, unchallenged, untouched, merely accompanied by silent presence that neither stirs nor disturbs its place. Jesus stays at the edge like moonlight that never asks the night to change. You are allowed to simply exist in this breathing darkness. No movement required, no prayer. Spoken no answer, demanded only quiet being together in the hush. No words travel between you. The quiet itself becomes the language. Hurt remains where it rests, unchallenged, untouched, merely accompanied by silent presence that neither stirs nor disturbs its place. Jesus stays at the edge like moonlight that never asks the night to change. You are allowed to simply exist in this breathing darkness. No movement required, no prayer. Spoken no answer, demanded only quiet being together in the hush. The room does not brighten, does not dim. It holds its middle light, gentle and even. You sit beside Jesus, the way two quiet listeners sit beside rain, neither interrupting, neither waiting for meaning outside the world keeps moving, but you remain here, resting in a shared silence that stretches like water, wide enough to hold your past without touching it or pulling it toward tomorrow. It stays where it was. In this stillness, nothing is solved and nothing is pressed. Hurt remains quiet, known, but not opened. Jesus remains quiet, near, but not directing. The night simply breathes around you both. The space between heartbeats grows wide and gentle. You feel no demand to move or change or understand. You simply sit with what has always been present, unspoken and unmoved in shared silence that stays open tonight and remains. Silence deepens without becoming heavy, like water widening at dusk. You breathe, and the room breathes back in the same slow rhythm. Jesus remains nearby, present the way quiet remains when sound fades. Nothing shifts, nothing arrives, nothing leaves. Even memory keeps a respectful distance, hovering like dust in unmoving light, neither settling nor drifting away, simply sharing the still air around you in this long, breathing darkness tonight together. The space between you and your hurt stays, neither widening nor closing. It rests like an empty chair that belongs exactly where it stands. Jesus does not lean toward it or away from it. He simply sits, breathing beside you, part of the quiet furniture of night, steady, uncurious, unmoved, letting silence hold every invisible weight without touching it in the wide, patient dark that does not hurry anywhere. A faint sense of companionship floats through the room, not emotional, not comforting, simply present. Two silences sit side by side like matching shadows. Your breathing and his breathing overlap without merging, like ripples that cross but never collide, gliding across the same quiet water while the night keeps its gentle, uninterrupted width around both of you. And nothing feels crowded inside this stillness that keeps breathing slowly onward tonight. Your memories stay at the edge of awareness, like lights far across a river. They do not call your name, do not demand attention. Jesus watches them the way night watches distant windows, without leaning forward. Nothing is weighed, nothing compared, nothing judged. Only steady quiet surrounds you, holding every unspoken moment without grasping or reaching for meaning that would disturb this patient breathing, resting gently around you now here. The hurt you carry remains exactly where it has always been, neither shrinking nor expanding. It sits quietly like a stone at the bottom of clear water. Jesus does not lift it, move it, or speak about it. He simply shares the same still surface with you, breathing in the slow rhythm of night while the world drifts somewhere beyond this quiet and leaves you untouched inside the breathing dark. A gentle spaciousness lingers between every thought, like pauses in a slow song. Nothing pushes forward. Nothing falls behind. Jesus sits in those pauses with you, quiet as air, steady as ground, present without direction. Together you simply occupy the same still moment, while time loosens and drifts like a soft cloud across a sky that does not hurry and never asks for clarity. only breath and open silence here. No promise arrives, no comfort is offered, no truth explained. The room simply holds you like night holds stars. Jesus remains beside you in the same calm posture, unmoving, unhurried. Your hurt stays quiet, allowed to exist without spotlight or shadow, resting somewhere within this wide, breathing darkness that stretches outward gently, while your breathing keeps its slow, simple shape and settles quietly back into shared stillness for this moment. No promise arrives, no comfort is offered, no truth explained. The room simply holds you like night holds stars. Jesus remains beside you in the same calm posture, unmoving, unhurried. Your hurt stays quiet, allowed to exist without spotlight or shadow, resting somewhere within this wide, breathing darkness that stretches outward gently, while your breathing keeps its slow, simple shape and settles quietly back into shared stillness for this moment. The night does not ask you to become anything different. It simply receives you as you are. Jesus mirrors that same quiet acceptance, sitting beside your silence without reshaping it. Hurt remains in its place, known but untouched, like a stone resting beneath calm water that does not need to move or prove itself to anyone inside this wide, breathing darkness that simply holds you without questions or explanations here. Silence lingers a little longer, spacious and unsolved. You sit beside Jesus as two quiet presences breathing in the same night. Nothing ends. Nothing begins. The room remains open, wide, and unclaimed. Your hurt stays where it is, your breath keeps moving, and the darkness simply continues around you like endless water beneath a motionless sky that does not close or answer, but stays open with quiet breath around you.